I've always wanted to be a police officer. So I ended up joining the Marine Corps at 19 years old, and 20 years later, I still wanted to be a police officer. So, I joined the Highway Patrol and did that for a couple of years, and then decided, I still wanted to serve. And I ended up finding out as I became a veteran, after I retired from the military, that the VA has police officers.
I worked as a city cop for almost 4 or 5 years. So when I was informed that the VA police existed, I thought it was a great opportunity where I can help veterans like myself and actually give back to our country's heroes.
Prior to becoming a VA police officer, I had only worked security police out at NASA, and I felt like this would be a great opportunity to really be around people that, like my brothers and my sisters, that I care about, and I give an opportunity to serve them.
We go through a 10-week academy, which has just been updated from an 8-week academy, but we go through some of the same things that many people do in the civilian community when they go to police academies. They teach you your constitutional law, firearms, driving skills, conflict resolutions, drug testing, crime scene investigation, a variety of different things that you may not think that take place here at the VA or the VHA's facilities. We go through a lot of training to make us proficient in law enforcement and security measures here at the VA.
We train more than I've ever trained in my whole entire life. We are at the range every other month, whether it's with our handguns or the long rifles. We're there shooting, we're doing moving and shooting drills, we're qualifying quarterly, and then we train as a squad individually. We assist in missing patients. We respond to all codes. So unresponsive patients, patients that are hurt, patients that need help finding their car, getting out of their car, and we help the employees find missing patients.
Our main role and focus is to provide safety and security to the veterans, as well as the service members and staff that work here to continue to serve our veterans. I think what's important with veterans and veteran police officers is that the veteran police officer has an understanding of what that veteran goes through on a daily basis, because many of us as veterans have some of the same issues that our veteran clients have, and I call them clients because we're here to serve them. And we have a great understanding when there's an appointment that's missed and it's going to take a few months to get a new appointment. We can understand the frustration, so we're better able to handle how to de-escalate that situation and give that veteran the best service, as well as keep that staff member feeling safe and confident that everyone is going to have a good resolution to that situation. So I think it's very important that veterans police officers are veterans.
I want everyone to understand that the VA Police is here to help the veterans, ensure that their care is exceptional, and anything that we can do to help that, we'll go above and beyond.
The middle week of each May, we pay tribute to the men and women sworn to keep us safe. Hi, welcome back to Take Two. I'm Edwin Hill, your host. Today we have Victor Jackson, police officer at the Orlando VA, to talk about National Police Week. Welcome to the show, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you for having me.
If you can go ahead and tell us about National Police Week.
National Police Week is held annually during the week of May 13th through the 19th. It's an event that is a collaborative effort by several organizations to honor the men and women who are a part of the law enforcement community. The event is held in Washington, D.C., and it draws anywhere from 25 to 40,000 participants annually. The actual Memorial Day is held on May 15th.
Great. I know the event in Washington, D.C., you even mentioned going to that, correct?
I did. I had the opportunity to attend the event back in May of 1997, and it was a life-altering experience.
Great. Now, you're a police officer at the Orlando VA Medical Center. Can you tell us what makes that different? What makes you different? What makes the police force here different than other ones you see at hospitals?
The main difference is that whereas you will have typically a security officer on the premises at a hospital that may be unarmed and have no arrest authorities, we at the Veterans Affairs hospitals are all armed federal law enforcement police officers, given the authority to enforce the laws, execute arrests, and conduct criminal investigations, forwarding those findings to the Assistant U.S. Attorney's Office.
Well, that is a lot more responsibility, isn't it?
Yes.
That must require extra training too, right?
Each member of the Veterans Affairs Police Officers Division receives 10 weeks of training at the North Little Rock, Arkansas campus. Not only do we undergo 10 weeks of comprehensive training, but the Law Enforcement Training Center, or LETC, also extends that training to other federal entities.
Here at this facility or other VA facilities, what different challenges do we have compared to other hospitals?
The main challenge is being sensitive to the populace that we serve, that being veterans. On the side of our squad cars, you'll see the slogan to protect those that have served. We have a unique populace that we serve with veterans, and so as we approach our dealings, our interactions with them, we want to be empathetic with the veterans that we're serving and not apathetic. Most of the police officers that serve on the Veterans Affairs Police Department are veterans themselves, so we can relate. So we want to remain sensitive when we interface with our veterans. We don't want to compound the issues that they may already be dealing with, rather seek a amicable resolution where all vested parties can be comfortable with.
So you would like to go ahead and mention some tributes for fallen officers, if you would.
Yes, with the Veterans Affairs Police Department, we've had 8 on-duty deaths. The first one being September 1985, Marvin Bland. The last being November 2014, Ronald Lasur. Also worth mentioning is 2 of our officers that tragically lost their lives earlier this year. Sergeant James Davis, who was a member of the Chicago Veterans Affairs Police Department, and Christopher Morton, who was with the Kansas City Veterans Affairs Police Department. I would also be remiss if I didn't mention 2 Florida deputies with the Gilchrist County Sheriff's Department that lost their lives tragically April 19th. Those individuals being Sergeant Noel Ramirez and Deputy Taylor Lindsay.
Well, thank you very much for those tributes, and thank you very much for your service to our veterans as well as to our staff members here.
Thank you for having me. On behalf of my brothers and sisters in the law enforcement community, we thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's a